All right, let's do this. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to my first Q&A. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Juan Gonzalez, and I'm the creator of ThatWasEpic. So I went through all of your questions, and I picked the ones I wanted to answer, and I'm just gonna jump right into it. Question number 1. Do you intend to do pranks for a long-term career? And how did you meet Cody and Dawson? Well, I'm gonna pretend that you also included Chris into this question, but no, I do not intend to do pranks as a long-term career. I'm doing them right now to open up other routes of opportunity, and I have many other plans and ideas that I want to get into. How did I meet Cody and Dawson? Well, I guess it all started with Dawson. I grew up with him in Kansas. We were about 11 years old at the time. I moved into his neighborhood right down the street from him and ended up being in his 6th grade class as well. We instantly became best friends, and we've known each other ever since. I met Cody and Chris after I moved over here, and we all moved into the same house together, and now we're just all best friends, I guess. What's your goal in life? What are you aiming for through YouTube? Well, my goal in life is to be happy, for one. To be happy doing whatever I'm doing, like my job, for instance, and to have full control over it and to be completely self-sufficient off of it. My goal through YouTube is to simply become an actor. Do you have a favorite Mexican dish? Of course I do, and that would be my mom's enchiladas. Not anybody else's enchiladas, my mom's. Tell us about your new girlfriend. Well, her name's Elizabeth, and she's from my hometown in Mexico. We met about 7 years ago, and we've talked off and on pretty much ever since. It wasn't until about 3 months ago that we actually started seeing each other pretty often and clicked. We have great chemistry, we treat each other like friends, we can talk about anything. And yeah, we just get along great. What college did you go to? I actually didn't go to college. When did you seriously start to think that being a YouTuber would be a serious avenue for you? Since day one. I started the channel knowing that I was gonna evolve into only doing that and eventually going into other things through it. Are you an introvert or extrovert? And how is it living with a bunch of guys in one house? Naturally, I'm an introvert, but I'm able to be an extrovert at will. I choose not to be. I just like being alone, you know. I like being in my room, reading books, studying my videos, thinking of new ideas. I get a lot of pleasure from being alone, so yeah, I'm an introvert. And how is it living with a bunch of guys in the house? It's actually not bad, considering we all do the same thing, so we all help each other with our businesses and we all motivate each other to do better. Of course, it can get a little hectic, but for the most part, not really, because it's a pretty big house, it's a lot of space, and we have our own room. So, what interested you in acting, and who is your favorite actor? What interests me is, I don't know, I like the idea of being able to play a bunch of characters that aren't really you, because then you kind of experience what it's actually like to be that type of person. My favorite actor is probably Ryan Gosling. What kind of camera do you use for your videos? I use a Canon Rebel T5i. Probably the #1 question you guys asked me is, have I called or texted or hooked up with any of the girls for my videos? And the answer is no. I'm not this big old player that you guys think I am, for one. I do it because it's entertaining to watch. You guys seem to love it, and it really does help me improve my confidence. So, but I never call them. I don't ever save their numbers. That's it. You know, I reveal the camera to them every time, and afterwards I part ways. What is your day like when you aren't doing pranks? When I'm not doing pranks, I'm thinking of new ones to do. Working on editing, thinking of ideas, eating. I eat a lot of food, working out, talking to family, hanging out with my roommates, etc. Why do you want to be an actor? Because I actually have a genuine passion for it, and I know that I can be very good at it. Do you have any new character ideas? Is there one character that you've always wanted to do? The new character that I'm going to be coming out with soon is Kyle the Stoner Skater. And no, there's not really a character that I've always wanted to do, because if there was, I'd do it. How do you gain the confidence to approach strangers? By doing it over and over and over again. I definitely was not confident in the beginning, and I slowly developed the rhythm of being able to go do it and not expecting anything from them. You know, you got to have no expectation when you approach people, because then you're going to be disappointed. What are your plans for the future? To get huge on YouTube, to become an actor, and to invest in real estate and agriculture. Could you talk a little bit about your social anxiety, what you've done to help overcome it, etc.? Yeah, like I said, I'm an introvert, and I used to only be an introvert back in the day before I started these videos. I just loved keeping to myself, and I never would approach strangers ever, you know. So I didn't really date much even. But what helped me overcome it is doing these videos and having to be forced to go out and talk to people. I naturally started becoming good at it, and now I have no social anxiety, but I still choose to be an introvert because it's just what I love. What has stopped you in the past from opening up to your personal life as a YouTuber? Being an introvert, loving my privacy, wanting to keep my personal life to myself. How do you become that confident with the ladies? By approaching over and over and not having any expectation of how they're gonna react. Just do it expecting to get rejected, and you're probably not gonna get rejected. You know what I mean? Like, when you go with an expectation to sleep with a woman, she gets that vibe on it. You know, they're really intuitive. They pick up on that shit. Are both your parents Mexican? Yeah, my dad's full Mexican. In fact, his first language was Spanish, and my mom's half, but she's also bilingual. Tell us more about your girlfriend. Where did you meet her, and why do we never see her in your vlogs? Well, I already told you about her, but yeah, I met her from my hometown in Mexico about 7 years ago. You don't ever see her in the vlogs because she doesn't live here, for one. She goes to school, and she's gonna be here in 2 weeks actually, and I don't know, we may do a vlog together, but I do want to introduce her to you guys. So, is YouTube the only thing you do? When do the skits start on here? And your videos are awesome. Thanks, Lewis. Yes, YouTube is the only thing I do. I have no other job. This is how I pay all the bills. This is how I do everything at the moment. The skits are gonna be starting shortly. I'm working on a pretty good one right now, or at least I think it's good, but it's like 2.5, 3 minutes long, and I'm gonna upload it to this channel. I changed my mind about uploading them to the main channel. I don't wanna risk devaluating the channel. What were you like as a teenager? I was awkward. I was really awkward and shy and introverted, and I had long hair. I was super skinny. Yeah, that's all. I didn't really talk to people, and I wore glasses, and I was just like a skater punk that kept to myself. How long have you been living in that house with Dawson, Cody, and Chris? What are some of the good things and bad things about living with them? We've all been living here for about a year now. 1 year. We're going on our 2nd year. The good thing is that we all do the same thing, so it's really easy to motivate each other and help each other with ideas and influence each other to work harder and whatnot. The bad thing is, since we all do the same thing, we struggle with ideas. So we tend to start like kind of feeding off each other and picking off each other's ideas, and sometimes end up doing some of the same things, and it gets kind of annoying sometimes, but you know, you can't really complain much. We don't really have that much problems with each other at all. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? In 5 years, I would like to be acting full-time, be doing movies, and be investing into other businesses. What has influenced you the most in your life in general? My mom and dad, honestly, I have a very close relationship with them, and they really helped me become the person I am today. Other than that, pretty much dead people. I'm a big bookworm. I like to read about science and about scientists from the past, Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, Richard Feynman, you know, people like that. I feel like I've taken a lot off of their personalities and the way they treat life and go about things that they do. Do you get noticed by people on the streets? Sometimes, mainly at college campuses for the most part, but yeah, when I go out, you know, and walk the streets, I'll have people come up sometimes and take pictures and whatnot, but not too often. Where were you born and raised? I was actually born in Cancun, Mexico, and I lived there until I was about 5 years old, and then I moved to Chihuahua, and I was partially raised there and partially raised in Kansas, in Olathe, Kansas, where Dawson's from. If you are to be offered a role in a small Hollywood movie, would you take it? In a heartbeat, without even thinking. Yes, I would take it. Have you ever considered auditioning for movies? Yeah, I've considered it. I'm not ready to fully start doing that because when I'm auditioning for movies, I'm going to want to be doing that full time and getting into acting full time. The time will come though that I do go in for auditions, probably in about a year. If you could be doing something other than YouTube as a career, what would it be? An actor. How connected are you to your Mexican roots? Pretty connected. I go home to Mexico all the time, at least once every other month. How did you end up in Arizona, and do you plan on staying? Love your videos, by the way. Keep up the great work. I appreciate that. And I ended up here because Dawson and Cody were already here, and a couple years back we talked about all 4 of us moving into the same house and just going crazy with this industry. And so that's exactly what we did. And we're here because it's one, cheaper than California, two, warm year-round, and it makes it easier to film. I don't plan on staying here much longer. I'm not sure where I would go, but pretty much anywhere my acting career will take me. What is the meaning of life in your words? The meaning of life in my own words, to be happy, to follow your passion, and make a living off of it. Love fully, unconditionally, your family, your friends, strangers in the streets, make the world a better place. I mean, I don't know, it's very simple, honestly. I just like to follow my passion and follow it until you can make a living off of it. What kind of movie do you want to play in, or what kind of character? Pretty much anything I can get my hands on at the moment. I feel like I'm gonna start with comedy movies because that's already pretty much what I'm doing right now on my channel. But I definitely think I could do well in like an action movie or something like that. Have you ever dated the girls who you pranked and got their numbers? No, I don't ever do that. I think I already told you guys this. Why am I doing it again? How old are you, and did you ever have depression? If yes, why? I'm 22, and yes, I went through a pretty big depression in my life before. I would say it was from not following my passion. I've worked in construction for a long time, and also in the oil fields in North Dakota, and I was pretty much just doing it for the money, but I never really loved it, and it just escalated from there. You know, I became really depressed, especially after I quit my jobs, and I didn't know exactly what I wanted or how to get what I wanted. It wasn't until I started YouTube and started realizing how many possibilities I could actually obtain through it that I started calming down, and now honestly I'm happier than ever. I love my job. So thank you guys for supporting me, and I love you guys for that. You know, couldn't do it without you. But that's all the questions I'm going to go through for now, so I hope you enjoyed this question and answer with me. I do plan on doing another one in the near future, so you can leave a bunch of comments on this if you feel like there's something else you want to know about me. But I guess that's pretty much all for now. I really appreciate you guys. You have no idea how much I actually do. I could not do anything I'm doing without you, and that's why I kind of felt like I should let you guys get to know me a little better now. Yeah, you know, I don't even know what else to say. Thank you. Thanks for everything. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.